Ever pondered a world where Earth flaunts majestic rings like Saturn? Imagine it. Colossal bands of rock encircling our planet, a celestial spectacle rivaling the beauty of our familiar moonlit nights. Now, Saturn's rings are primarily ice, but Earth? Well, it's a bit warmer here, closer to the sun. So let's speculate that Earth's rings would likely be made of rock, not ice, a stony spectacle swirling in our sky. These rock rings would orbit closer to us than the moon, casting a constant trail across our sky. The sight would be glorious, wouldn't it? An eternal arc across the heavens, a constant companion to our solitary moon. But don't let the beauty beguile you. With such a significant change in our celestial configuration, there would be repercussions. Visualizing Earth with rings is fascinating, but what would it mean for our planet? Let's delve deeper into this captivating concept, shall we? Imagine a ring of rocks orbiting closer to Earth than the moon. Intriguing, isn't it? Now let's delve into the physical implications of such a scenario. Firstly, these rings would cast shadows on Earth. Depending on their thickness and density, these shadows could range from faint to remarkably dark streaks across the sky. This shadow casting would be more pronounced at higher latitudes, where the rings would appear to hug the horizon. The presence of these shadows could have a significant impact on Earth's climate. They could potentially alter the distribution of sunlight, affecting the temperature and weather patterns across different regions. For instance, areas under the constant shadow of the rings might experience cooler temperatures, while regions in the sunlight could be warmer. This could lead to a whole new set of climatic zones, unlike anything we currently know. Furthermore, these rings could serve as navigational aids. Since they would be a constant feature in the sky, they could help in determining directions, much like how sailors in the past used stars to navigate the seas. However, the actual effectiveness of this would largely depend on the ring's visibility, which could be influenced by factors such as the ring's composition, size, and density. Now let's talk about the stability of these rings. The presence of shepherd moons, small moons that orbit within or near the rings, and Earth's own moon could potentially affect the stability of the rings. The gravitational pull of these celestial bodies might disrupt the rings, causing them to scatter or even collide with each other, leading to a dynamic and ever-changing ring system. So, as you can see, the physical implications of Earth having rings are far-reaching, influencing everything from our climate to our navigation systems. But the impact wouldn't be limited to just these aspects. The physical changes are considerable, but the impact doesn't stop there. Imagine a permanent shadow on parts of the Earth. How would that affect our climate? Picture this: an Earth encircled by a ring system, casting a perpetual shadow on certain regions. It's an intriguing thought, isn't it? Now, such a shadow might not seem like much at first glance, but it could have profound implications for our planet's climate. The presence of rings would mean that sunlight would be blocked in certain areas, creating a sort of permanent eclipse. This could lead to cooler climates in these regions, as the amount of sunlight reaching the surface would be significantly reduced. It's like having an umbrella that shields you from the sun's heat, except this umbrella is made of rock and orbits high above the Earth. But let's not stop there. What if these shadows also affected the seasons? Remember, the Earth's tilt is what gives us our seasons, as it causes the sunlight to hit different parts of the Earth at different angles throughout the year. Now, add in the ring's shadows. They could potentially change the dynamics of how sunlight reaches the Earth, perhaps even altering the intensity and duration of seasons in certain areas. One might speculate that regions under the shadow of the rings could experience prolonged winters, or perhaps their summers might not be as warm. On the flip side, areas outside the shadow might experience more intense summers due to the increased sunlight they receive. It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? But, as with any speculation, it's important to remember that these are hypothetical scenarios. The actual impact of rings on Earth's climate would depend on a multitude of factors such as the width, density, and orientation of the rings. Rings casting shadows could revolutionize our understanding of climate, but their influence extends beyond physical and climatic changes. Indeed, if Earth had rings, they would not only alter our climate, but also potentially reshape our world in ways we can only begin to imagine. Ever used the North Star for navigation? Now imagine a consistent celestial guide in the form of Earth's rings. If Earth had rings, their constant presence and beauty in the sky could have profound cultural significance. Imagine looking up and seeing a spectacular band of light arching across the sky night after night. This consistent celestial phenomenon could become a universal guide, a constant in our ever-changing world. Sailors could use the rings for navigation, much like they use the stars today. The rings could become a source of direction for explorers, a beacon for travelers, and a comforting sight for those far from home. But it's not just about practical navigation. The rings could inspire a whole new set of myths and legends. From ancient times, humans have looked up at the night sky and woven tales about the constellations. The rings, with their ethereal beauty, could spark our imaginations and give birth to a rich tapestry of stories, songs, and art. They could become a symbol of unity, a shared experience for all of humanity. Consider how the rings could influence our language and our metaphors. Phrases like ring of truth or circle of life could take on a whole new meaning. The rings could shape our very understanding of concepts like eternity, continuity, and cyclical patterns. Furthermore, the rings could impact our sense of place in the universe. They could underscore our planet's uniqueness while also reminding us of our connection to the cosmos. They could become a symbol of Earth, a visual representation of our home in the vast expanse of space. And let's not forget about the potential for scientific discovery. The rings could serve as a living laboratory, a place to study the dynamics of celestial objects, the effects of gravity, and the mysteries of planetary formation. Earth's rings could become a cultural icon, but what does this all mean when we look at the bigger picture? Rings around the Earth. A captivating thought experiment that might change our perspective of our home planet. Imagine our world, not as a solitary sphere floating in the void, but adorned with celestial bands of rock, a sight to rival the beauty of Saturn. The physical environment would be transformed, with the rings casting long shadows, possibly affecting navigation and even our climate. These hypothetical rings could cause a shift in our seasons, possibly creating new weather patterns. But it's not all doom and gloom. This celestial spectacle could inspire new mythologies, serve as a constant reminder of our place in the universe, and even aid in navigation, much like the North Star has for centuries. We've journeyed through the potential impacts of a ringed Earth, from physical to climatic and even cultural. While it's a scenario unlikely to occur, it's these types of thought experiments that help us understand our planet better. Earth with rings, a beautiful, daunting, yet enlightening concept. Today, we journeyed through a world where Earth boasts rings of its own. This journey, though hypothetical, is a testament to the power of science and imagination. It's through such intriguing thought experiments that we stretch the boundaries of our understanding and appreciate the complexities of our magnificent universe. Imagine the celestial spectacle of rings, changing our climate, navigation, and even our cultures. The beauty of science lies not only in understanding what is, but also in exploring what could be. It pushes us to question, to wonder, and to traverse the uncharted territories of knowledge. The scenario of a ringed Earth is just one of the countless possibilities out there. Who knows what other fascinating realities lie beyond our current grasp? So, let's keep our minds open, our imaginations alive, and our thirst for knowledge unquenched. Let's continue to delve into the wonders of our universe, and remember, the magic of science is in the journey, not just the destination. Remember to like and subscribe, and share your thoughts on this intriguing concept in the comments below.